everyone, and welcome to my review of Turtles All the Way Down. I really wish I would have shaved before this, but, you know. So, Turtles wound up being the first full novel I read in January of 2018, and with most of John's books, I absolutely loved it. I loved the mystery. I loved the burgeoning teen romance. I loved Asa, who's the main character, Asa Holmes. She's pretty much like a classic overthinker, but also like she has a tendency for her thoughts to kind of spiral and kind of go out of her control. And I relate to this because I have the same thing, and there are times where it feels like, you're just kind of like almost like going down the drain, just spiraling downward into an ever-tightening gyre as it's put in the book. Yeah, I really related to Asa. So, yeah, there's that. And for the most part, I liked Daisy, who's Asa's best friend, but, you know, as happens in a relationship in real life of this magnitude, sometimes Daisy can get a little insensitive. And that's what causes some of the tension in the book, which of course makes for great reading, but, you know, you're also thinking from a real life standpoint, like, yeah, Daisy kind of shitty on occasion. I liked Davis, who is the son of the missing billionaire. Other than Asa's mental status, that is the main focus of the book, is what has become of Davis's father, who has gone missing. And Daisy convinces Asa that they should try to solve the mystery because there's apparently like a big cash reward for any information leading to the discovery of this man. So Daisy uses Asa for her connection to Davis, the billionaire's son. That leads to a whole other set of complications, which again make for great reading. I don't want to go too, like, that's, you know, when I review a book, I don't want to go too in-depth in details because I want you to come to a book from a fresh perspective. But I will say, I really enjoy this book. I love the way John writes. I do. This one, I will admit, it took me a little bit to get into it. But that's just because it does have a bit of a slow build. Not that that's a bad thing. It just, when I first started reading, I wasn't 100% sure where it was going because I tend not to read the synopsis on the book because I don't want to spoil anything. I like to go into it fresh. And so when I started into this one, like, you know, we're introduced to Asa, but we're like, no idea where the story's going until they introduce Pickett, the missing billionaire, and Daisy convinces Asa that they're the ones that should be looking for him for, you know, to get the money, basically. That's Daisy's plan. That's her only real, you know, drive at the beginning. Things, of course, change later on, but, you know, that's her initial drive. It's like, hey, you know this billionaire's son, and we could, you know, like, pump him for information and maybe find something out and maybe, like, find this billionaire that's missing and get this cash money that, you know, is being rewarded for finding him or information leading to finding him, and we could do that. Yeah, like I said, it does a great job addressing mental health, like how Asa feels about her own condition. Like, it hits home for me, and I think if you're somebody who deals with, you know, getting stuck in that thought spiral and feeling like you can never get out, and like sometimes that you're not real, and that, you know, you have these invasive thoughts that kind of can take over, and just, I think it's worth reading. So, there you go. That's my 2 cents on Turtles All the Way Down. Like I said, I enjoyed it. But that's really all I wanted to talk about today. So, as always, I hope you're all well, and I'll see you next week.